Okay, so we're going to start by drawing our axes. We got a vertical axis, and then we got a horizontal axis. One of these is the x-axis, and one of these is the y-axis. The horizontal one is x, and the vertical one is y. The way I like to remember this is an x can support a horizontal line on top of it. Like if it was a real object, it would be stable, it would hold it up. Whereas the y, if you drew a y and tried to do the same thing, it would topple over. It's unstable, it'll fall over, and that's how I like to remember the x and y axis. So now that we got that down, let's draw in some hash marks. So we're going to start going right, and the number is increasing. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and -1, -2, -3, -4. We're going to go up, so that's going positive, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down is negative, -1, -2, -3. And so let's use this to plot some points. Let's start with the point 2, 3. And so we got our x value of 2 and the y value of 3. And so we're going to start with the x value. We're going to start at the origin. And since it's positive, we're going to go to the right 2 and find 2 on the number line. And then we're going to stay at that 2, and then we're going to do our vertical, or y. And we're going to go up 3 units. And boom, we got our point plotted, 2, 3. Let's try another point. Throw a negative into this one. -1 and 2. -1 is probably the most confusing number for some reason. Anyway, we start at the origin and go to our x value of -1. And so it's going to be somewhere on this vertical line. And we got a y value of 2. So we go up to the y value of 2. And boom, we got our second point. Let's try one more point. Do -3, -1. Both negative numbers. So we're going to start at the origin again and do our x value of -3. So it's going to be somewhere on this vertical line. And it's at -1. So let's just erase that -3 because it's right in the way. And boom, we got 3 points plotted. So let's label these points. We got A, B, and C. And now let's find the slope from A to B. So to find the slope, we start with the leftmost point and go to the rightmost point. We're going to do rise over run. You've probably heard this before. Rise is your vertical change, run is your horizontal change. So we start with the leftmost point, and we're going to do rise first. So from B to A, we go up 1 unit. And since we're going up, that's a positive number. Up is good. And we got a rise equal to 1. And now we're going to do a run. So we start with the B, go from left to right, and we're going over 3 units. And that's our slope. That's it. You just find the vertical change, find the horizontal change. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's find the slope from A to C. And so we're going to go from left to right, and we're going to find the rise of a run. So the leftmost point is C. We're going to start with our C. We're going to do the rise first. So let's see where we are on the y-axis. We're at -1. And let's count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we're going up 4 to get to A. Change in y is 4. Now let's do the run. Start with the leftmost point of C. And we're at -3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get over to the A. That's where the vertical line would be, the x value of A. And so it's your change of y over change of x, and it's going to be equal to 4/5, which cannot be reduced. And so we leave it as 4/5, and that is our slope. If you have numbers to plot on a line and you can't seem to plot them, they're too big. A lot of times the number lines will use bigger numbers. They'll use 5, 10, 15, 20 for each hash mark, something like that. So make sure you watch out for that. Thanks for watching my video.